All right, looks like I'm back. Oh, God. I really hate my internet. Internet provider I have sucks so bad. And lately it has been worse, and I've been trying to get it fixed, but it's not my account. I live in back of my son's house in my bus. I have an old 1971 GMC Buffalo coach. It's like an old Greyhound bus. And I pay them rent, and I get utilities and internet on top of that. So, I just tap into their utilities and internet. I hate relying on other people because then I can't do anything about it. This internet problem has been going on for weeks. Really bad for weeks. It's always been problematic off and on. It's had problems. But for the last couple weeks, it's been so bad, and I've been trying to get my son to fix it. And he finally tried, and I talked about this earlier. But that didn't work out. And then he got in a fight with his wife and moved. I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know what's going on, but I'm stuck here. And I can't do anything about it. I was hoping that they would get this crap figured out and at least make it until the end of the year, because they were planning on moving anyway, and I was going to have to figure out something else by then, and I've been working on that. But I'm not ready for all this shit to happen right now, Still working on my own things. That's if I can give any younger person any advice as an old person, any life advice, it would be to make sure that you got your shit together enough, maybe not a whole lot, but at least enough that you don't have to rely on any other motherfucker in the world, even your closest family and your closest friends. You do not need to rely on anybody. Be completely self-sufficient and don't worry if somebody else is going to fuck up. That the only one that could fuck up your life is you, yourself. And then there's no one else to blame but you, Well, there's no one, even in the case that somebody else fucks up your life, you can't blame them because you got yourself into the situation anyway. The only people that can't say that are kids, because they are reliant on their parents. And in the same sense, people that are mentally or physically unable to take care of themselves, like Down syndrome people, or completely crippled, or somebody that has a really bad condition that can't take care of themselves, then they're really completely reliant on another person. But if you are not in that category, you cannot rely on anybody, period. You have to at least be self-sufficient enough so that you don't have to rely on anybody. It's okay to be able to rely on somebody, but you can't bank on it, You have to have a plan B or a plan C and D and E, Anyway, let's get back to the game. Wait, what happened? There we go. I'm back. So when my internet crashed, I don't know exactly where I was at the time. I think I was around over here at this airport, and I was trying to buy the airport, but apparently I haven't got that far yet, and they wouldn't let me. So I'm on my way back to San Fierro, and I thought I would stop by over here and see if there's this cop lady over here. I think that's where it's at. There's this cop lady that you can date. So that's what I was on my way to do when I crashed. Wait, she's over this way. I thought, no, this ain't it. Maybe it's down on this road somewhere. It's like a CHP or a sheriff office. Wait, I think it might be in this town. But anyway, welcome back. Sorry, I was off for so long. God, that last crash, the first crash only lasted for a few minutes. That second crash lasted for over a half hour. Like I said, I don't even have access to the server or the router, so I can't reset the router. A lot of times you can just unplug the router and give it a few minutes, and then plug it back in, and then you'll have full service again. You know. This is it right here. This is it. Is that her? This is the sheriff chick that is crazy.
Boy, you gotta fatten up a bit first.
Gotta fatten up a bit. Another bitch that wants me to fatten up. You don't like my... Okay, I'm gonna go eat. Is there like a piece of parlor? Hey, what's this? Pay and spray? Oh, no. I don't want to waste my money right now. I got over $100,000. Can I like I could buy a house over here. There it is. Wow, this is like some redneck freaking backwoods shit, which I am game for because I'm a redneck backwoods motherfucker. Anyway, that's my one big regret in life, that I let myself get to a point where I had to rely on other people. What's really suck ass is I'm not to that point yet, but eventually almost everybody in life gets to a point where they cannot take care of themselves, you know? There's this cycle of life. There's this cycle where you're a baby, right? Cycle of life. You're a baby. You get born, and you're totally reliant on your parents. And most people, unless there's some tragedy or something, are reliant on their parents for at least the first 18 years of their life, you know? Whoa, dang it. Oh shit, I just hit that cop. Wait, I made a wrong turn somewhere. Wanted to go over the frickin' bridge. Let me go up here. But then after you turn 18, the dream is is that you become self-sufficient. If you have good parents and or well, even if you have bad parents, the whole point of the first 18 years of your life is.
Come on, this is ridiculous.
Okay, I'm going to take this car. Well, that's my good bike. I don't want to do that. Oh, wait, no, I can get another one of these. If I get this bike, I might be able to get one of the other ones. I mean, this car. Once you get a good car, the chances are running into a better car are good. Anyway, the biggest point of being young for the first 18 years of your life is to try to understand life good enough so that you can become self-sufficient by the time you're 18, you know, so that you can move out on your own. You can take care of yourself. And to most people, they are able to. There's some that aren't. And I think more and more people tend to rely on their parents even after the age of 18 because they say because of the economy, but I think that's an excuse so they can just still be mama's boys, you know? But I can see the lure of that, but that's not what the since the beginning of mankind we have tried to become more self-sufficient. In the younger days, shit, you had to be more self-sufficient by the time you were 13, 14 freaking years old. And it's only been since the last maybe 200 or 300 years that we have more time to do that. That our parents freaking took us under their wing a little bit longer to teach us how to deal with the world, you know? But
I told her, you ain't getting the kids.
it really sucks when you're not able to. You get to a point, like I said, when you get to a point of the cycle of life, when you get to a point when you get older where you can't completely take care of yourself. And if you plan shit out right, which that's the hope, that you plan shit out right, you have a pension, and you're able to take care of yourself at least until, God forbid, you go fucking senile, and then you have to have somebody looking after you, or you get to a physical point where you can't function anymore, and you have to have nurses or something look after you. And then you might have to go into a nursing home unless you're rich. Then you can hire private freaking nurses or something to take care of you, or you have a good spouse that will do that for you, you know, or vice versa, you do that for them. But that's the hope, and that's the dream, that you will be able to at least support yourself when you get older. But if you're somebody like me that has lived a relatively I don't want to say friggin' poor life, but I don't know if that's exactly the right word, then you might not have a good pension. And then you have to live off Social Security, and Social Security doesn't give you shit. And then you really can't live by yourself. unless you have some kind of help. And that kind of sucks. Anyway. Yo, gang shit. Yeah, was in the house. What's up, Eric? Anyway, I need to get off the freaking heavy shit and get back into the game. What we've been doing is playing a drinking game. Anybody watching or watching later, every time I blow up a car, we take a drink. Or every time I get killed, we take a drink. Except for you young ones. Ignore all that. So here we go.
Hey man, where you been?
I tracked one of the cars on our shopping list. But the crazy bitch, she drives like the devil. I've been following her for hours, but she stopped for nothing. You'd have to ram her off the road in order to get a chance to get her car, and you know a wrecked car is no good to us. I swear she's playing with me.
Dude, calm down.
Yeah.
If she playing with you, then she probably won't get one time involved until it turn ugly. We gotta find a way to stop her or slow her down.
Too bad we can't involve the police. Cause then we could pop her crazy bitch tires and bang her crazy bitch ass in jail for being a danger to my sanity.
You're dreaming. You can't stop a crazy bitch.
You know what? I think I got an idea.
Stop her or slow her down? I don't think so. Just gotta ignore her. Wait, they gave me another freaking Corvair. You know these Corvairs have an engine in the back, but I saw them open up the back end of one of these earlier and it has a trunk. That's not right. Only 3 Stingers available. Wait, Stinger?
Guy.
Press to stop a Stinger. The what now? Wait. Now, what happened? Are they talking about the car? Stinger? Like a Stinger missile. I want to shoot a Stinger missile. Wait. What's going on here? That's a dead end up there, ain't it? Oh, wait, no, it's not. They opened up the freeway now. Where the hell am I going? Oh, wow. Wait, where am I? Wait, no. Where am I going? What the hell?
My clouds are starting to boom in here.
Oh, this is a slow-ass car, man. Oh, now it's picking up some speed. It's got slow pickup. Not to be mistaken with a Chevy pickup. Where the hell is this car going? You know what? I think I need to start this over because I was going the wrong way in the first place. Okay, get in the car. This car is being modified to use stingers. Wait, what am I doing? Damn it. Whoa! Oh! Son of a bitch! That was messed up. I gotta start over. I got a bad start there again. I want to listen to what he was saying because I wasn't paying attention last time.
Hey, man, where you been?
I tracked one of the cars on our shopping list. But the crazy bitch, she drives like the devil. I've been following her for hours, but she stops for nothing. You'd have to ram her off the road in order to get a chance to get her car, and you know a wrecked car is no good to us. I swear she's playing with me.
Dude, calm down. If she playing with you, then she probably won't get one time involved until it turn ugly. We gotta find a way to stop her or slow her down.
Too bad we can't involve the police. Cause then we could pop her crazy bitch tires and bang her crazy bitch ass in jail for being a danger to my sanity.
Being a danger to my sanity.
You know what? I think I got an idea.
So we got to do it without hurting the car. What's a Stinger missile going to do? Stingers. Burst the tires of the car using stingers. I still don't get how we're going to do that. Oh shit. Frickin' rain. Drop a stinger. Are they talking about like spikes? Like cops use? I think that's what they're talking about. Oh shit. There she is. How many more of them fuckers do I have? 2? I thought I dropped 2 already, and it didn't even phase her. I didn't get far enough ahead of her, I guess. Damn it! Which way is she going? The opposite way of the way I was gonna go. Wow! Why do I have to have a slow-ass car? Oh, come on!
Hey, CJ, how's it going with that crazy bitch, huh?
I'll
Popped her.
right in the middle of it.
Fix the tires. Be back any minute.
Okay, careful with that puncture repair shit. It's nasty stuff.
Will do. Later, man.
Wow. Calls me right in the middle of it. What the hell?
Stuff disgusting.
What is going on?
All over my clothes.
What just happened? Am I in it? Wait, did I fix the tires? Tires ain't punctured anymore. What kind of car is this anyway? Doesn't even say. This isn't one of the ones that go to the docks. Where the hell am I? So there's two sets of cars that I'm trying to get. One of them is for our shop, and the other one's for the docks. I'm getting confused, man. Confused. Asset acquired. Okay, so it is in the fucking Wang. Maximum of $8,000. I thought that's what they were talking about way back before the first crash. The internet crash I'm talking about. That we were trying to get cars. Well, that means that that one car right after the first crash, or right during the first crash, should be in here. And it was badass. It had freaking nitrous. That's the one I just got. That's the one I was driving during the nitrous. And this might be the one the other dude was driving. No, this is it. Oh, yeah. Is this it? I don't even know what it was. Trilogy. This is badass. Does it have nitrous still? Doesn't have nitrous, though. It's pretty badass. So when I crashed the first time, me and freaking Caesar were doing this mission. We went up over here somewhere, and there was a car dealership, and it was upstairs. We walked upstairs. It really sucks that I didn't get it on stream because the stream had crashed. But we went upstairs, and this dude walks up and says, "Hey, I got the car for you." You know, like car salesman dude. And Caesar says, "We don't need your help. We know what we want." And he hops in a car and shoots off through the window, the second story window. And so, you know, that's what I did. So I grabbed the other car and did the same thing. And then he started taking off, and the cops were chasing us. And we're going through the whole downtown area. And then we ended up back over at the shop. And this is the car that he was driving, but they had nitrous. He mentioned at one point, well, right when he was going through the window, I noticed that there was blue flames shooting out of them frickin' pipes right there in the bottom. And at one point during the mission, it told me to press A for nitrous. Was it A? Yeah, it was A. It's not working now. It was so badass, man. We were just flying. And it sucks that the stream had crashed. I didn't even know it had crashed at that point. Oh, hey, hey, hey. There's a star right in the middle of this shit. Do I just go through? Oh, wow, yeah, I just knocked shit down, huh? How do I get out of this place once I get the star? Well, that kind of sucks. Right here. Oh, sorry, guy. I want to try something. Whoop. Whoa. Did one of his bones go through my tire? Oh, shit. It's on fire. Run. Run like the wind. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, what's that? Come back here, buddy. Come back here. I want that car. I want to see what it is.
Don't sweat.
It's like a Jaguar or something.
My MSW is trained to help.
Windsor. No, that's not one of the ones that we need. I need to write down a list of the car. Oh, shit. What? There's a tree in my face.
My bad, but you getting jacked, woman.
You get jacked.
I'm in too much debt for this crap, dude.
That's a buffalo. This is a buffalo? I didn't know this was a buffalo. It's a frickin' Mustang. Oh, play on words. It's like a Mustang, but a big ass beefy Mustang instead of a horse. It's a buffalo. The great white buffalo. I was thinking a buffalo. I swear to God, I was looking out in the freaking country for something that said it was a buffalo, and I was thinking that a buffalo was like a pickup truck or something. Sounds about right, like a buffalo. You know, my bus is called a buffalo. It's a GMC 1971 GMC Buffalo coach. It's the same shit, whoop, wrong way, that they used for Greyhound buses back in the day. This specific one was, because I've traced the history of it, was not used for a Greyhound bus, but it was used for a touring company that did tour bus stuff. And it could have been, it might have been one that they used for like rock and roll touring buses, because the rock stars back in the day used to rent touring buses until they got popular enough where they were able to buy their own. Or they'd even buy freaking jets and shit back in the day. But until they were popular enough and rich enough to get their own bus, they'd rent them. And this is what they would get, is the bus like this. And then they'd just have it renovated. Well, they would already have them renovated. They'd be like a party bus. And that's what this was originally, is from a company called Bluebird Touring. Or Bluebird Tours. Admiral, I know what that is. Hey, nice to see you back. Yeah, hey, welcome back, Henrik. I need to look up at least 2 of these. Let me put this on pause. Wait, let me see. Feltzer, Remington, and Camper. Feltzer, Remington, and Camper. I know what the rest of these look like, but those 3 I don't. Feltzer, Remington, and Camper. I think Remington is just a big 4-door sedan. So let me grab my keyboard. I should have looked this up while I was crashed. No, I did not do that. Why? GTA San Andreas Feltzer. Whoops, where's my mouse? It's a fucking two-door coupe. And the picture shows it as a convertible. Is that all? Let me look somewhere else. Fandom. Still convert. No, they have two different kinds. Looks like a Mustang. One of them. They got a Feltzer two-door convertible and a HD Universe Chinatown Wars. What the hell is that? Mercedes-Benz Roadster. That's what it is. That looks like a freaking Mustang, though. Okay. What was the second one I was talking about? A Feltzer. Damn it. I gotta look again. How did I end up on this screen? How come I can't get out of this screen?
Nothing but a G thing, baby.
Remington and Camper. Why does it do that every freaking time? Remington. That's a four-door freaking car, ain't it? Oh, wow. No, it's a two-door. A two-door Continental. I've seen those. Look on the fandom page. Still a two-door Continental. What was the other one? A Camper. That was the one that was throwing me off from the very beginning as a camper. I thought it was one of those freaking RVs. It's a fucking Volkswagen van. Grants Bridge Visitor Center in Hashberry, San Fierro. Okay, let's look at that first. Wait, what happened? Damn, I hate this. Hate. There we go. Why do I hate? Why do I hate so much? I hate so much. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I know what all the cars look like now, at least. Do I have another motorcycle? No. There's one over here. Let me go grab that one. I need to get cars because I am not getting any shots by riding motorcycles because they don't blow up as fast. Cars blow up all the time. No, I don't want that. Let me get off and get back on. I get out of here. I took a wrong turn. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I failed. I am so screwed. Okay. Later, Copper.
I bring that back.
Hey, I need to do something. We'll go up here first.
Welcome to America.
That's a cop. Why am I trying to shoot him? No! No! There we go. Cops are shooting me. Okay, I need to do another shot. It's time for another shot. We blew up a car. Anybody that's still playing the game, time for another shot. Damn! Why? Why? Where am I at?
How can I help you, please?
How can I help you, please? Wheezy.
And my wife,
Oh, she's been...
Sorry.
God.
Okay, time for another shot. Let me get one. Alrighty. Whoop. Hold on a minute. That was not good. I spilt part of my shot. Ah. Good stuff. Now I got sticky hands. Hold on a minute. All right, I'm back. Get a drink of this Heineken. All right. No, I poured that shot, and then it's dark in here. I like it dark. That way I can see the screen better. But I go to grab this. It's like a sake cup. Or teacup or something from like China or Japan. It's not like a teacup from the UK or America or something. It's like a teacup. It doesn't have a little handle thingy, you know. It's like a little tiny teacup with no handle. And since I don't have any shot glasses, I've been using it for shot glass. And I just been pouring a little bit in the bottom, trying to get enough for a shot in it. So I go to grab it after I poured the shot, and I hit the edge of the cup, and it kind of spilled a little bit on my shelf here. Actually, I love this thing, man. I've had this thing for about 15 years. I had this old jewelry box that I picked up when I was scavenging stuff. I was scavenging metal and shit and turning it into a metal yard. You know, you'd have to separate all the metals. Well, if you wanted to make good money doing it, you go around scavenging metals everywhere. I mean, you could find it everywhere. And I had this 1.5 ton van that I'd pack full and go around finding. Steel was kind of the lowest value metal that you can get, but you can get steel, stainless steel, and then the next highest value was brass, and then after that was copper. Well, and then after that was gold, and gold was harder to find. But you could really get a lot of gold if you got old computer parts and shit and scrap them. And what you'd have to do is you'd scrap the shit out of them down to the components, especially big stuff like metal. Aluminum. Aluminum was a higher price shit too. It wasn't as high as copper, but it was like the second highest. So what I would do is I'd go to construction sites, mostly construction sites, and go to their big dumpster bins and look and see what they threw away. And a lot of times, especially at big like housing developments and shit, they would, you know, when they were putting in electricity and shit, they would clip the wires, and they would have a lot of copper wires in the dumpsters. And so you could find 4 or 5 pounds of freaking copper wire sometimes per day in a big construction site. And a pound of copper was worth 10 or 15 freaking bucks. So if you find 4 or 5 freaking pounds of copper, you got $50 to $75 freaking dollars for one day. And that's just off the copper. And then you go to other places and find shit like aluminum. A lot of construction shit was made of aluminum. And then you'd also find a lot of metal, steel. But there was like 2 or 3 categories of steel. And one of them was like real good carbon steel and high carbon steel, which was worth a lot more than shit like bike parts. A lot of bike parts, bike frames and shit like that were lower carbon steel, and then you get less value for that. But there was a point in the late 2000s, early 2010s, where steel prices went up to about $300 a pound, or $300 a ton. And so if I just went during that time, I would just go around and look for steel all over the place and just load my van up and get a ton of steel and get $300 freaking dollars a day doing that, which was pretty fucking good money back in them days when you're just a freaking scavenger, you know? It was good living, man. I made some good money doing that. But anyway, I don't know what I was getting at with that. Wait. Oh, I didn't even get it yet. Damn it.
Everything you need to get even.
Anyway, I made some good money doing all that shit. It was pretty cool.
Have fun.
I think I need a little bit more ammo for this.
Hope you kick some ass.
I'm gonna bring it up to about 1,000 because I got enough money to do that.
Wise choice, sir. Wise choice. Perfect
One
killing,
more there.
pure and simple.
Now I need to take that out and get back to my semi or whatever this thing is. What in the hell is that? I don't even know.
Works well in a crowded
There we go.
area.
I'm over 1,000 with that. Besides that, the only other thing I can use here, I wish they had RPGs, but they don't, and that'll be later. But me
Voice
buy.
of a professional.
What the hell? I have not used this since the last time I bought any. And I think I had over 100 rounds then,
See
and
you
now
again
I
soon.
only had 50 something. This game screws you over, man. Anyway, that's what I needed. Let me go back and save, and I'll do the next thing. I'm probably going to be playing this till late tonight, guys, since it screwed me over earlier. I started early too. I really started way sooner than I usually do, because I wanted. Where in the hell am I? Oh, okay. I wanted to stream late tonight, but then all the crashes and shit kind of. Oh, sorry, lady. Kind of screwed me up, man. Let me save. Whoop whoop! I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm so badass. I'm gonna beat your ass. Wait, what happened? What? I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna go look for those cars. I know what all three of the major cars that I need look like. And they're all sedans, man. No, one of them's is one of them a coupe? No, two of them are coupes, and one's a sedan. If you don't know the difference between a coupe and a sedan, sorry. No, that's not a good thing. People don't think about that shit anymore because most cars are sedans anymore. If you buy a freaking car nowadays, most likely it's going to be a four-door. Back when I was younger, the dream was to have a coupe. It was a two-door. You could have a big-ass car, a Cadillac. You could have a Cadillac. I had a Cadillac. I had a 65 Cadillac for a good portion of my adult life. It was my favorite car ever. And oh, hey, no. They're getting away from me. Stretch is one of the cars.
Hey, money, hands off!
Make me cry.
Oh, that cop. No copper. Anyway, a big portion of my life, I had a 65
Your way.
two-door Cadillac Calais, which is a rare car as it is. Most two-door, you have a, okay, got to know a little bit about Cadillacs to know this. Cadillacs had two different main varieties. One of them was the Fleetwood. The Fleetwood was like this. This is what you might consider a Fleetwood. The limos. The big-ass, long, stretch cars. Not just the limos, but the four-door, big-ass Cadillacs were called Fleetwoods. They were made in a different factory. They were actually made in Flint, Michigan. Oh, mine was made in Flint, Michigan. Most Cadillacs were made in Flint, Michigan. Back in the day. The most popular kind of Cadillac that you ever would run into back in the day was a Coupe de Ville. And that was a two-door. And it was pretty badass. But then there was a less luxury model that was actually, okay, so when you look at old freaking cars, you have a standard model, and then you have a luxury model, or you have a super sport or a rally sport. The Cadillac, though, the most popular Cadillacs or the luxury models, because most people that could afford a Cadillac wanted the luxury, so they get the luxury models, which were either the Fleetwoods or the Coupe de Villes. So, because of that, the Calais, which were the cut down models, were more rare. They didn't make as many of them. And that's what I had, I had a 65 Calais. And it was so badass. It actually, okay, so when I got it from a junkyard. I worked at a junkyard. I worked at a wrecking yard at the time, and one of the sons of the owner had picked this up probably from somebody that was, was using it or was selling it as a junker. And I ended up getting it from him for $500. And I gave him an extra $75 because I was working in the wrecking yard at the time. I gave him an extra $75 so that, because the interior was green. It was a white Cadillac. Damn it. With a green interior. Because after I got it, I realized, after I looked under the bumper wells, the wheel wells, and under the hood, that there was green paint. It was originally this like army green color, which really sucked for those old cars. But what am I doing? Oh, here we go. So I bought this car from him, and the interior sucked, and it was tore up, and it was green, but the outside was really nice. It was a nice white paint job, and it was lowered already. And so I asked him when I bought it from him if I can, for $500, if I can give him an extra $75 and go out into the wrecking yard and look for other Cadillacs and take any parts that I want to make the interior look good. And he said, yeah, sure. So the first thing I did after I bought the car from him is went and got all the interior parts that I could find. And I looked for white and black parts. Since the outside was already white, I rebuilt the whole interior, the door wells, or the door panels, the seat, the front seat. The back seat, I couldn't find a good back seat that was white or black, because the only ones that I found were all tore up. So I kind of did something funky with that. I actually reupholstered it myself, and it turned out pretty good. But the front seat, the door panels, the dashboard, and the carpet I took out of other cars, but probably 6 different cars. Got all the parts that I needed, and it came with an original AM radio, and I found an original FM radio in one of the cars. And the dashboard that I found was out, and the door panels, the front and the back door panels, and the back dash were out of a Coupe de Ville, which looked the same. It was almost identical. So I got all Coupe de Ville interior parts, and the only real differences between a Coupe de Ville and a Calais were the interior and the electronics. They had more electronics on the Coupe de Villes than the Calais. So basically, it was a Coupe de Ville when I got done with it, but it still said Calais on the outside. Shot time. Shot time? Did I blow up a car? Well, if I didn't, I'll believe you. I'll take a shot too. Let me get a shot. Or was that from before? I don't even know. But I'm going to take a shot anyway. Anyway, that Cadillac was the most... and I've had a lot of muscle cars in my lifetime. I've had 2 Pontiac Le Manses, which if you fucking Google those, they are bad the motherfucking ass. They're like a freaking poor man's version of a GTO. But they're still badass. I've also had a 68 Nomad station wagon, which was so fucking badass. I had a Galaxy 500. I've had a Fury station wagon, which had one of the best engines ever made, a 390. Wait, no, it wasn't a 390. It was a 383. A Pontiac 383. Well, actually, it's a Dodge 383, but it's the same thing. I've had a 69 Cutlass, Olds Cutlass. What else have I had? I've had so many old muscle cars, but the most badass car I've ever had in my life was... I didn't even mention the fucking El Camino, 65 El Camino. But the most badass car I've ever had in my life was that Cadillac. And I got it for pretty much nothing. The other day, I was on... What am I doing? Oh, I'm still looking for those cars. The other day, I was on
That wasn't very strong.
Facebook,
Let me hit it again.
and some girl
You remind me of my old
that I've known since like high school or something had put up a post. I guess there's a saying, you know how on Facebook they have those posts that say, if I was a car, this is what I'd be, or if I had my dream car, this is what it was, or if I look like an actress, this is the actress I'd be, blah blah blah. You know how people keep posting those shit on Facebook? If you've ever been on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. Well, this one said, if I had my dream car, this is what I would have. And she showed like
best way to help pull a boat.
a frickin' McLaren or something, some fucking fancy ass, freaking European sports car that costs like $500,000 or something, and it said, click here if you want to know what car you're most like, or something like that. And I said, fuck that. I actually replied. I didn't click on it, but I replied and said, fuck that. I already know what my dream car is. Because it was talking about dream cars. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. I got to go catch up with it. I said, I already know what my dream car is. Oh, shit. It disappeared. No, wait. There it is. I said, I already know what my dream car is. And I posted a picture of me standing next to my Cadillac. Because that
I'm having that.
is the perfect car for me. There's no way in the world that I could ever have a better car than that car. And hopefully someday before I die, I'll be able to get me a new one of those. I'll be able to get me another one. Not a new one, but another one. If I could find an old, beat up, totally toasted Cadillac from the years of 1959 all the way to 1978. Maybe even up to 72. 72 is cutting it a little bit too newer. But that all those are like the perfect car for me. They're huge, ass, obnoxiously cool fucking cars, man. And that's my dream car. And I had one in my life, so I lived my dream there, at least in one sense, you know? There it is. So out of all the fucked up things that's happened in my life, at least I was lucky enough to have my fucking dream car. Put it that way. Of all the stupid shit that I went through in my life, and obnoxious, damn it, I did it again every fucking time. I gotta do this first. There we go. How much do I get for this? 26,000. Damn, I'm getting rich. Anyway. And I am so sorry for you guys that live out of the United States, and maybe even people that are younger that are in the United States, for two reasons. And one of them is muscle cars. The other is music. And that's just obvious. There's no way in hell that anybody that was born after the 80s know the full extent of the music generation. And that's sad, and most people that are born after that will say, oh, you're just fucking stupid. But it's the truth that I grew up in the generation of the best music that ever fell upon this planet. And even more than just that, it was the best music it was the best experience of music that you could ever hope for. And this is the trip. Before, say, Elvis, or say the Beatles. Elvis probably before the Beatles. But before that period of fucking time, musicians were not superstars. They were stars, but they weren't superstars. But from the 60s all the way through to the 90s, musicians became the superstars that would be beyond human experience. And I know there's some stars nowadays that still pack in like stadiums and shit, like freaking, I don't know, Megan Thee Stallion or some bullshit like that, you know? Or what's the other one? I don't even know. But they'll pack in some fucking audiences. But it's not the same because, or freaking, what's her name? Freaking Shania Twain. No, not Shania Twain. What's the other one? I don't even know what her name is. The blonde-haired chick. But they'll pack in some shit. But the tickets for their concerts are hundreds of fucking dollars. In the 70s, even the 80s, you were not paying more than $15 fucking dollars a ticket because they were open stadium seating. Everybody paid the exact same amount for a ticket. You went to a fucking concert of Ted Nugent or Boston or fucking Uriah Heep or Aerosmith or fucking Black Sabbath, which I'm wearing Black Sabbath shirt right now. You go to a concert of all these motherfuckers, and every single ticket was exactly the same price. They were like, from, say, starting, the first concert I ever went to was probably 1973 or 74, and it was like $4.95 for the ticket. And all the way to the 80s, the most I ever paid for a ticket was maybe $11. And after the 80s, I went to a few concerts, not a whole lot, and they were never more than $15. But now, for that same exact experience, you're paying $100, $150, $200 freaking dollars. And that's if you can get a ticket when they first came out. If you can't get a ticket when the tickets first come out, you're buying from a scalper and you're paying a hell of a lot more. And it's just ridiculous, man. I remember going to a Ted Nugent. It was Ted Nugent and Aerosmith playing together at the Selland Arena in Fresno, California. And I had this friend that was like a weightlifter, buffed out motherfucker, looked like Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. And he, oh, what the hell? This is Lombardi Street. I thought they nixed this from this version. What the hell? This is Lombardi. Anyway, I told him, I told him, hey, the concert's tonight, man. Let's just go. And he says, well, we don't have tickets. I said, well, let's just go anyway. We'll figure it out. And he goes, well, I'll trust you. Let's just go. So I said, okay. So we went, and we looked around. We were outside at first without any money. We had a little bit of money, but not enough to buy the tickets. They were like 15 a piece. We didn't have the money. This was like 1980. No, it was 1979. 79, yeah. So we were looking around, trying to figure out how to get in, and we didn't have enough money to get in, but we had alcohol. I had bought a fifth of whiskey and stuck it down my pants. And we also had some weed because we were both potheads at the time. And we're looking around when we got there, and I already kind of knew this because I tried it before, but I didn't have anybody that was this fucking weightlifter with me. So there was this back wall behind the concert hall that was like 10 foot high, and I told him, cup your hands and just fucking push me as high as you can, and I'll grab the edge of that freaking thing. And so he did. And I grabbed the edge and I pulled myself up of the wall behind the stadium. And then I pulled my hand down. I said, jump. And I grabbed his hand and I pulled him up. And he weighed a hell of a lot more than me, but I was pretty strong anyway. And we fucking walked through the back area of the concert hall, where the buses, back then, you know, all the bands and shit were in buses, and they had these buses parked out there. And there was this backstage door, and we just started walking through there like we owned the place. We walked back there, walked from the backstage area into the fucking main hall of the stadium, and just walked past all, because they have these guards, but the guards are there keeping people from going backstage, not from people coming from backstage, right? So they don't even fucking question your ass. We walked from the backstage area all the way through the zigzag fucking mazy ass shit, and then just walked straight through and got into the concert free. That was the coolest thing ever. Anyway, one of my dream cars doesn't exist. I want to have a real-time machine DeLorean from Back to the Future. Yep, that doesn't exist. That would be cool, though. That would be so cool. Okay, I can't find these other cars.
Watch it.
I think I need to grab another car. If I can find another.
You don't have the cooties, do you?
You don't have the cooties? Did she say I don't have cooties? No, I don't have cooties, but I guess you do. If I can find another stretch limo. Okay, here's the big deal about this game, and I'm not sure about this remake, which sucks.
What the hold up?
In the main game, if you grab a car,
Hey, how's it going? Yes, hello.
Don't
Helmet
take this
design is a
personal.
great design.
other
I don't trust
cars.
anybody, but you I trust. Have you ever been to Las Vegas?
No, that's not one. What's that? What's that?
Forgive me, lady.
What is this? It's a jester. Okay, so once you grab a car, different cars spawn. It's just the way that the game is. What is that?
Come on, get out the car.
Looks like a Jaguar.
Do you know who you are? Bloody?
Windsor, that's not one of them. Right here. No, 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 no.
Out.
Sunrise. No, that's not one of them either. Now, one of my dream cars I've never had, but I've came close. Okay, let me go pee and I'll tell you about it. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What did I do with the fucking bottle opener, though? I'm lost. Wow, what's wrong with this freaking thing? There we go. No, my mic is still turning sideways. Okay. And I found the bottle opener. Okay, what I was saying before is my favorite. It's probably not my dream car because I'll never probably own one unless I get really lucky. But I guess a dream car is something that you probably never get. But my very favorite car of all times is a 1966 Pontiac GTO. That specific year. Pontiac GTOs have been around since 64, I think. And they lasted till 72, maybe. So 6, 7, 8 years. And then they came out with some newer ones in the 2000s. Okay, excuse me. Trying to get a drink off that. When you first open a beer, if you drink it too fast and tip it back, it'll fucking explode like a freaking geyser or a volcano. So you got to be real careful. But anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, GTO 1966 GTO is so badass that I would love to have one. But like I said, what I was saying before I got off, or before I went to the bathroom, is that I haven't exactly had one, but I've came close in two ways. One, when I was 16 years old, a friend of mine had a 1964 GTO that his father, who owned a gas station, and in those days the gas stations had a mechanic bay, and his dad was the mechanic, and he was a very successful mechanic, had fixed this fucking GTO up to be one of the most badass GTOs ever. And it was so badass. And this friend of mine, when he'd go out on Friday and Saturday night, which we'd always meet up at this underage club called the Glass Onion, and when we'd finally leave, he was so drunk that he couldn't drive anymore, or drunk, stoned, whatever, that he couldn't drive anymore, and I would end up driving for him. So that was the most badass car that I think I've ever drove. Or most coolest, fastest cars I've ever drove. It had a 400 Pontiac engine. It was jacked up in the rear with these big ass, wide ass, fucking gnarly ass, fucking slick ass tires, and these Ensign rims. If you don't know what Ensign rims in, look them up. They were big back in the 80s or the 70s. And it had a Hurst 4-speed manual transmission. So you could chirp the fucking gears. This it was so fucking badass. And I was wasted too. I mean, we'd both be drinking and smoking the same shit, but he would get more fucked up than me, and I was able to maintain, so I would end up driving. And so that was badass. So then that was back when I was 16. So then I get into my early 20s, and I traded a chopper that I had for a 68 Le Mans. which is the same exact thing as a GTO, except a GTO has a 400 engine, a Pontiac 400, and Le Mans has a Pontiac 350, which is almost the same thing as a Chevy 350, but it's a Pontiac, and it's a little bit better engine, I think, myself, personally. And it was a badass car. And then, again, about 5 years later, I had another 68 Le Mans. So I've had two 68 Le Manses, which were basically, like I said, a GTO with a smaller engine, which was a really good engine. And I thought there was actually cooler because, okay, so the GTO, the whole body and the front bumper and everything else is the same color. But on a Le Mans, it looks exactly the same as the GTO, except for the front bumper is completely chrome, and the front bumper takes over the whole front end. It's not just a bumper on the bottom of the front end. It's like the whole front end is a bumper, and it's badass. Yeah, look it up. 68 Le Mans. Bad motherfucker. And both of them that I had, one was a hard top, and one was the first one was a hard top, and the second one was a vinyl top, which is the same thing, except for, you know, they had a vinyl top. But it was the same color too. Both of them that I had were this like army green color. And if you Google it in Google Images, 68 Le Mans, you'll most likely see that green color. That's what they look like. Pretty badass cars. Anyway, I'm sitting here bullshitting way too much when I should be playing. What am I doing?
Wild.
What is this car? Is this one of them that I needed? No, it's a Jester.
No, you didn't.
I don't even know. Where am I? I was thinking if I got a good car, I would see more of the fancier cars. I think I probably... Oh, whoa! What's that? Nothing good. But I don't think... Oh, shit.
Man, thanks for
I
that.
ran into a cop. Where am I? Okay. I actually think I might end the stream here in a minute, because I want to check some things.
Nothing ever goes right for me these days.
Sitting here reminiscing more than I'm fucking playing. I knew that would happen once I get too drunk, and I got too drunk because I frickin' that very first mission, I ended up blowing the car up like 10 times. I had to take 10 shots, so I think I'm a little drunk. So I will see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully sober. And hey, if you haven't checked out, look down below the stream. Look down below the video. You have to scroll down. Let me look. Let's see if I'm telling the truth before I freaking talk about it. There we go. I just started this today. I got some Pale Rider merch, some t-shirts, some stickers, some water bottles. I've got a lot more than this, but they just haven't came up yet. They're taking a while to get them all put up, and they're kind of expensive, I guess. It kind of sucks, at least the ones that are showing. Most t-shirts that I've bought lately are usually around $25 anyway, plus shipping and handling. So I guess they're not bad in compared to most things. But I just got this new company that I'm dealing with, and they seem to be all right. And there's a lot more to come. Hopefully I'll get more of them on in the next couple days. Some better t-shirts. There's like 6 or 7 men's t-shirts and about 5 women's t-shirts. There's baseball caps and stickers and coffee cups and shit like that. And I could put a lot more on if I wanted to, but I only put certain things on. Anyway, check them out. If you want to see all of them, you can go down in the description below the stream and click on Pell Rider merch, and it should show you all of them. There's like 20 of the Pell Rider stuff, and then there's maybe 8 of the crosshair ones. Anyway, hope you like those, and hope somebody buys some of them, because they're pretty cool. And what's going on here? There we go. And I hope to see you next time, man. Have a good one, guys. Adios.